This is Zoe Rose of Children of Babylon. I just wanted to let you know what we've been up to this last month because we've been on the road. We are currently in Leavenworth, Washington. We got all the way across the country from Boston, Massachusetts to Seattle. We hung out in Seattle for a couple weeks and now we're in Leavenworth. Leavenworth is crazy beautiful. What is ridiculous?
The image of that mountain's behind you.
Yeah, is how ridiculous?
Well, I don't know if you can capture it on film, but it looks like something out of a fantasy novel.
Here we are in Leavenworth, Washington, home of the Bavarian, what is it?
Bavarian-style town of Leavenworth.
It's a Bavarian town in the middle of Washington, in the middle of the Cascadian Hills. Look behind you, this is the fanciest Starbucks you will ever see in your life. That is a Starbucks. It is Bavarian in nature, which I don't believe is true because Starbucks is from Seattle.
What you need to understand about Leavenworth, it's not like way back in the times of settlement. A bunch of Bavarians decided to put their roots down in these mountains. No.
That is not true.
They were just a regular town. And then around 1960, they were about to fail and they decided to remodel everything Bavarian style.
Well, thanks, Mr. Historic Ben.
It totally worked, which, you know.
Well, but can we play music here, Ben?
On the streets?
No, sadly no. There's no busking allowed in Leavenworth. But we have a couple of gigs coming up. Look at those mountains. We have a couple of gigs coming up. And we're going to play at the Ducks and Drakes, and we're going to play at the Icicle Brewery, which we love because, let's face it, everyone should do microbreweries. Now we are at the Icicle Brewery in Leavenworth, Washington, where they have beer in slender little glasses like this one, and you should come on down and drink the Pilsner because they have really good German Pilsner. Okay, so what we've been doing, we left September 16th, Boston, Massachusetts. So our first stop was Columbus, Ohio, where we had the fun opportunity to stay with a good friend of mine and just amazing guy all around. He is a poet. Yes, a homegrown American poet. They're very rare these days, so if you see one, grab a hold of them because they're a dying breed. He's published. His name is David Winter. He's just an amazing guy. This is one of his books called Safe House, David Winter. This is on Thrush Press, thrushpress.com, and he also teaches poetry. He works with students of color and poets of color, collecting stories and working for a really amazing site called Black Columbus. Check it out on the link down below. Then we were really fortunate to get invited up to Chicago, Illinois, Chi-Town. We stayed with a friend of ours who's also working on a really phenomenal project. It's called the Damon Keith Documentary Project, and there's going to be a link down below. It's basically a documentary film that we worked on doing some transcriptions for about a Sixth Circuit judge named Damon Keith for human rights and civic rights in the U.S. and through the Sixth Circuit in Detroit. And what's really phenomenal about him is he's about 91, 92 years old, and he's still on the bench, still working very tirelessly, serving for the greater good, for civic rights and human rights. And again, it's called the Damon Keith Documentary Project. Okay. Shout out to Jack and Jesse, who are both working on the project. You guys are doing amazing stuff. Good luck to you guys. There will be a link down below if you're interested in their documentary film. Then we got adopted while we were in the Black Hills by some really, really amazing musicians. If anyone has been to the Black Hills in South Dakota, you will probably know it is the home of Mount Rushmore. But we did not go to Mount Rushmore. We went to a place called Spearfish up by Deadwood, home of some really amazing old-timey string, like guitar pickers, kind of like in the genre of Pete Seeger or Doc Watson. And we have just nothing but huge amounts of respect and love and admiration for these guys. They are keeping the living tradition alive, and they just welcomed us with open arms, and for that we were really, really grateful. If you guys are ever in the Black Hills, you definitely need to check out these guys. It's called Black Hills Music Shop, Black Hills Guitar, run by Steve Carroll, and Steve Thorpe here, Reasons by Steve Thorpe, and also, this is one of my personal favorites, Steve Thorpe and Gary Sutter. These musicians, also Paul Larson out of the Black Hills. From there, we got our asses out to Seattle, which is amazing. That was our first big step. Also hanging out with a really wonderful jewelry artist by the name of Chris Weiss. That is W-H-E-I-S-S. Chris Weiss. Incredible wrapped jewelry, as you will kind of notice on this. This is a piece we worked out for. You can kind of see his design of silver wrapping and silversmithing. I don't know if this is coming in focus very well, but you can kind of see the intricate layers of design work that you can. He makes just like fucking gorgeous pieces for everyday wear and tear, and also for special occasions. Good friend of mine, based out of Seattle right now. He's always on the road though. You should check him out. There's a link down below. Next up, we are going to Oregon, the fine state of Oregon. I haven't been there since I was a very small child, so I'm very excited. Ben, have you ever been there?
Yes.
Shit, yes, you have. He has some friends in Bend, Oregon. Before we go to Bend, Oregon, we're going to hit up Portland and Eugene. We're going to go down Highway 101. And we're very excited for the green, she's excited too, for the green state of Oregon. And we'll let you know how it goes. Please stay tuned. We will post upcoming shows and events on our Tumblr website. Link is down below. And you should check us out. We would love to hear from you. We love you guys. We would love to become friends with you. Hit us up at a show and we can play music or talk or drink beer, because I like doing all three things. Until next time, signing off. I love you.